Hey YouTube, what's good? It's your boy the American African. Today I'm going to be going over a Healthline article, website sort of thing on low carb, high fat diets. This is something that was recommended to me by Shy Sarai Vlogs. She's also doing health, weight loss. So check out her channel if you have a chance. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so let's take a look here. The low carb, high fat diet plan, a detailed beginner's guide. So let's see. First step, what is it? A low carb, high fat diet is an umbrella term for eating plans that reduce carbs and increase fats. All right. They're low in carbs, high in fats, and moderate in protein. The method of eating is sometimes referred to as Banting diet, or simply Banting, after William Banting, a British man who popularized it after losing a large amount of weight. The eating plan emphasizes whole, unprocessed foods like fish, eggs, low-carb vegetables, and nuts, and discourages highly processed packaged items. Added sugar and starchy foods like bread, pasta, potatoes, and rice are restricted. The LCHF diet doesn't have clear standards for macronutrient percentages since it's more of a lifestyle change. This is very important. It's a lifestyle change, but it's also a diet. So you have to decide which one how you're gonna approach it. I feel that LCHF, low carb, high fat, is very different from keto because I feel like LCHF is a lifestyle change. It's like a permanent lifestyle change. Whereas keto is like a diet. I want to reach this goal in X amount of time. Daily carb recommendations on this diet can range from under 20 grams to up to 100 grams. You see, this is very important. And I'm comparing this to keto because a lot of people move into a low carb lifestyle after trying keto. And keto, it's kind of like, okay, I got 30 grams or 50 grams a day. Depends on your weight and how your body reacts to trying to achieve ketosis, right? So low carb, high fat diet does not try and put you into ketosis. It's simply trying to limit your carbs for insulin and, those sort of reasons. However, even those consuming up to 100 grams of carbs per day can follow the diet and be inspired by its principles, and it can be personalized to meet individual needs. And this is where they go over what I was just talking about. Let's see, what else? Let's go into health benefits. Okay, cutting carbs and increasing dietary fats can improve health in a number of ways, including promoting weight loss and decreasing body fat. Studies demonstrate that LCHF diets also benefit many health conditions. Yeah, diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. Let's see, let's go into heart disease. Being that it can help reduce body fat, lower inflammation, and improve blood markers related to HSF disease. A study in 55 obese adults found that following a LCHF diet for 12 weeks reduced triglycerides, improved HDL cholesterol, increased levels of C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation linked to heart disease. They've also been shown to reduce blood pressure, lower blood sugar, decrease LDL cholesterol, and promote weight loss, all of which can help reduce the risk of heart disease. Foods to avoid. This is going to be something that's important to cover. These are items that should be limited, right? Grains and starches. Notice that all these things here are pretty much processed items. Some people think rice isn't processed. But if you have any curiosity over how rice is processed, just check out a few videos on YouTube. You'll find out. Some rice isn't processed, but most rice is processed. All right. Sugary drinks. Oh, yeah. Another reason why we tend to want to limit rice, pasta, right? Processed, but also naturally our body does not like them. Doesn't really like to handle these type of foods. A lot of videos on that. Anyways, and sorry if I sound kind of crazy or slurred and shit. I'm just It's like 4 a.m. Haven't been able to sleep this night. All right, sugary drinks, soda, juice, sweet tea, smoothies, sport drinks, chocolate milk. Processed. Sweeteners, sugar, honey, agave, maple syrup. These are just high in carbs. All these items are actually high in carbs. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, squash, beets, peas. Carbs, carbs, carbs. Fruits should be limited, but consuming small portions of berries is encouraged. I forgot. Maybe it's antioxidants. I don't remember. Some vitamins in there too. Alcoholic beverages. Now, with LCHF, whiskey, it's many hard liquors that are actually no carb. Low fat and diet items labeled diet, low fat, and light are often high in sugar. It's very true. If they're not high in sugar, they're high in something. You always got to watch out for low fat diet items. Highly processed foods, limiting packaged foods, and increasing whole, unprocessed foods is encouraged. Limiting packaged foods and increasing whole, unprocessed foods is encouraged. Yeah. Although the above foods should be reduced in any LCHF diet, the number of carbs consumed per day, depending on the type of diet you are following, varies depending on the type. Yeah. For example, a person following a ketogenic diet must be stricter in eliminating carb sources. Yeah. In order to reach ketosis, while someone in a more moderate LCHF diet will have more freedom with their carbohydrate choices. So, I think LCHF if you do want to try a lifestyle change, I think LCHF is the best way to go if you're suffering from obesity or just being overweight in general, because it's something that you can actually do forever. You don't necessarily, it's not on this sort of diet, although you are still supposed to limit sugar, processed items, even if they're low in carbs. In general, you don't necessarily have to cut out anything too crazy, which will lead you to relapse, gain weight back and all these sort of things. So it is a diet that someone can definitely stick to long term, I personally have not tried LCHF long term. It is something I would consider because I don't necessarily have to cut out anything. It's more so I just have to watch my calories, watch my carbs. Fat is moderate, protein is moderate, It is definitely something I could do for life, because let's say you go out to a social event. You don't have to say, "Oh, I don't eat that." Only thing that you're going to say you don't eat really is processed things, And technically, even though I wouldn't do it because of how crazy I am, technically you can still have processed items as long as you don't go over whatever carb limit you put on yourself for that day. Yeah. It's a good diet because you're not cutting anything out for a short period of time. Everything you're cutting out, you're cutting out. Anything you keep in, you keep in. You just limit certain things, So yeah, let's go into foods you can eat. So you could eat eggs, healthy oils, fish. As you can see here, meats and poultry, full fat dairy, non-starchy vegetables, avocados, berries. I don't know why I just did that. Berries. Nuts and seeds. Condiments. I never looked at herbs, peppers, and spices as condiments. It's interesting. Yeah, it's a pretty simple diet to follow. You're pretty much just eating things from the earth that are not high in carb. And if you do take something in that's high in carb, you want to make sure you don't take in other items that same day that's going to put you over your carb load, which will cause weight gain. Okay. I always find these things kind of funny. Now, I think that these meal plans that they be talking about in a lot of these articles work if you meal prep. But if I was to buy all these ingredients and I was to come home and be like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cook this for breakfast, cook this for lunch, cook this for dinner. It'd be fun for a while, but it's something you can stick to forever. But it's just to give you an idea, you know. It's a very hearty diet. It's very fresh, you know what I'm saying? It's something that where you could definitely stick to. And honestly, a lot of the food that you eat is very tasty. I mean, there's really nothing that isn't tasty. It's just that you can't have normal type of snacks like cakes, ice cream, cookies, unless they cater to keto type. I hate to say it like that, but you know, they're like prepared in a way that's like for a low carb diet, like keto diet. And a lot of those items are actually processed. So it's something that you would have to be able to sacrifice, you know, no more of that. In general, it's a good way to go. Side effects and downfalls of this diet. While evidence links may be, while evidence links many health benefits to the LCHF diet, there are some drawbacks. More extreme versions like the ketogenic diet are not suitable for children, teens, women who are pregnant or breastfeeding unless it is being used therapeutically to treat a medical condition. People who have diabetes or health conditions like diseases of the kidneys, liver, or pancreas should speak with their doctor. Yeah. In general, they always say before you start a diet, talk to your doctor. All right. They say it could boost athletic performance in some cases, but it may not be suitable for elite athletes, as it can compare athletic performance at competitive levels. I can't imagine low carb, high fat impairing athletic performance, but I can imagine ketogenic diet impairing athletic performance, as I've experienced a few things with the ketogenic diet, which I won't cover. But LCHF, I don't think it will impair athletic performance, but looks like they have some studies from NIH, which says otherwise. Additionally, an LCHF diet may not be appropriate for individuals who are hypersensitive to dietary cholesterol, often referred to as hyperresponders. The LCHF diet is generally well tolerated by most, but can cause unpleasant side effects in some people, especially in the case of very low carb diets like the ketogenic diet. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about the low carb, high fat diet is it is not the ketogenic diet. It is not a diet which should put you into ketosis. You know, that's the difference. The ketogenic diet, the whole purpose is to put you into ketosis, which is a state in which your body burns fat as fuel. Whereas the low carb diet is your body primarily burns fat for fuel. All right, it says some side effects may include nausea, constipation, diarrhea, weakness, headaches, fatigue, muscle cramps, dizziness, insomnia. This is only when you get into dangerous territory like ketosis and you're not used to that sort of thing, you know, in my opinion. It says constipation is a common issue when first beginning LCHF diet because of lack of fiber. I'm kind of torn on fiber. Okay, I'm kind of torn on fiber. Let me talk about it. So there was a point last year when I was like, fiber, gotta have fiber in the diet. I felt it was helping me poop, right? I changed my diet up at different times last year, and I noticed that even without adding fiber, I was able to poop every day, multiple times a day. What was helping me poop was actually walking, jogging, running, cardio. And I would poop almost the same time every day, as soon as I wake up in the morning. It was a beautiful thing. And I learned that I didn't need to force fiber into my diet. Now, if you're doing the LCHF diet, it could be different. I've never purposely tested not taking in fiber while doing a low carb, high fat diet or ketogenic diet. I haven't tested it to say, whether I was having any sort of bowel issues, But constipation is not something that I've experienced in a very, very long time. So, yeah. So the bottom line, all right. The LCHF diet is a method of eating that focuses on reducing carbs and replacing them with healthy fats. The ketogenic and Atkins diets are examples of LCHF diets. They are, but they're extreme forms. Following the LCHF diet may aid weight loss, stabilize blood sugar, improve cognitive function, and reduce the risk of heart disease. I agree with all these, 100%. Plus, the LCHF diet is versatile and can be adapted to meet your individual preferences. Whether you are looking to lose body fat, fight sugar cravings, or improve your blood sugar, okay? Adapting an LCHF diet is an excellent way to reach your goals. Let's talk about it. So yeah, I covered a lot of it already, but I think LCHF diet is something that is a long-term diet, and a beautiful thing about it is you could pretty much eat everything that you're probably already accustomed to eating. You just have to get a low carb, high fat version of it that isn't processed. Okay, it's not a processed item. A lot of them items will be prepackaged, but you just have to limit it, You don't want to find yourself going into this cycle of searching for keto branded items, because a lot of those items are heavily processed. And if they take sugar out, they probably put something else in that you could get, addicted to and start to. You begin to increase your calorie load because you're looking for that. You're still trying to feed some sort of craving, But other than that, especially if you stick to non-processed items, not only is it a good diet, which will help you feel better, move better, think better, it's a fun diet, cooking these items, preparing these items, searching for these hidden gems like the avocado, preparing eggs different certain ways, and learning more about fruits and vegetables because there's ones that work for this diet. It's fun. I had a lot of fun trying the low carb, high fat diet. The only issue is like when I did it in 2020, after I came off one of my fasting gauntlets, I wasn't limiting my carbs. I was just eating a bunch of low carb, high fat food, but too much of it, so I gained weight. But I didn't specifically try and keep my calories under a certain amount. This is a diet that I probably would try in the future if I still wanted to stick with diets, Currently, just for me personally, and this is just, again, for me personally, I don't believe there's a one size fit all or that everyone should try what I'm trying. But I really want to try a lifestyle of abstinence from certain foods permanently that induce cravings or overeating for me, And the reason I want to do that is I feel that if I try certain diets, it'll put me back to where I started, or put me into binge eating when I get a taste of something that I haven't had in a while. I'll just crave it so crazy that I'll start to binge. So I want to get out of a binging lifestyle. And I'm going to keep it at that. Yeah. But, yeah, this is a good article. And I think anyone looking to reverse obesity, fight diabetes, cure maybe their heart disease, work on that, I think this is a great diet to try. With this diet, you can still exercise as normal, everything. And it's possible that with this diet, you don't have to do any sort of fasting. So yeah, it's your boy, the American African, yo. Thanks for reviewing this with me. And shout out to Shai Sarai Vlogs for recommending this article. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.